Hi everybody, it's Tina Plackinger. Welcome to my channel where I read daily devotions out of my book called Treading on Serpents. It's a daily devotional for those who are bullied, gang-stalked, and or harassed. Well, I haven't made any videos, and what happens sometimes is I get so shut down right here, and the rage is so enormous at the injustices that I can't talk sometimes. So I actually know that making these videos is really good for me, because since the last one where I was talking about the Serenity Prayer, I thought, I'm going to say the Serenity Prayer 10 times. And then the next day I thought I'm going to say the Serenity Prayer 20 times. And I'm going to get myself up to like 50 times a day until it really gets into my subconscious mind that there are some things that that I can't do anything about. Okay? And see, I don't want to get on my channel and start, calling everybody an MFer and, I'm going to do this and you blah, 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 and, all of that. Because that's in me. I've got that side. And I don't want to do that. I want my channel to be uplifting. But I also want it to be real. I want it to be real. I want to come across with, here I could swear again too. The BS that we go through. The injustices that we go through. Especially when we're up against lodges. And groups of people who are pillars. And get everyone to take orders from them. I'm one little person who is not affiliated and is not, it's taken me a really long time to even go there. I've heard of that. I didn't want to even waste my time delving into that. And that's basically, where I'm at. And I know that, in 2 Corinthians 14:2, it says, I gotta be able to do this. I'm so pissed off. I'm so pissed off. Thanks be unto God. Thanks be unto God, which always causes me to triumph in Christ. So, and I do. I triumph. I always triumph in Christ. Always. I'm still standing. Especially with threats that I've had. I mean, threats of, groups of people barging into my house and grabbing me and carrying me out and burying me alive, and nobody would find me, Even with those threats, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I walk outside in the dark. I do the things that I need to do, and I am equipped. Nobody knows, and I don't want to talk about it. My enemies watch this, so I have to be careful. I wanted to keep this short because if it's short, then I can upload it. I don't have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and upload it. If it's kept short. If this recording device is making a lot of noise, just know that I do have a new one. I just have to get it together. And now they're saying that they're going to take some of the videos off YouTube starting, I heard December 6th, if they're not monetized, And I don't know. I heard December 6th, and then my friend told me it was December 10th, so I'm not sure. And now my nose is running. But anyways, let me get to today's. I have to get a tissue. I'm sorry. Hang on. Okay. See, now this is good because somebody gets to live another day today. And I get to live outside of prison. Because I have been honest and I get that stuff up off of me. Because it's a spirit of oppression and it's a spirit of all kinds of stuff. And November 17th. I have a quote here by Eugene F. Ware. All glory comes from daring to begin. And this was a really big one for me today when it came to finishing the book after 15 years, putting it together, editing it, 20 times, and actually going to a publisher. And in the United States, I had a hard time. So I went to Canada thinking that it would be better, and I know Canada, the gang stalking is very bad, and I did not know that at the time, but I'm one little person, I can handle just so much, and that is where I was able to self-publish it, and I was gang stalked, and there were things done to the book that I would like to do another revision on it, to correct a couple of things that were my fault and a couple of things that were not my fault. So, all right. We get so beaten down that we refuse to go after a dream we have longed to pursue. Living in a constant state of fight or flight tends to beat up our nervous system. Remaining in this state of mind can eventually release toxins to our organs and leave our mind fragile with combat fatigue. A more updated term would be post-traumatic stress disorder. We get overwhelmed just thinking about the enormous task it would take to follow our dreams, so we do nothing. The enemy wins when we get bullied into inactivity. We must pursue our dreams first by keeping it simple. Thinking of approaching the entire task at once will only make us feel defeated before we ever begin. We do not need to know answers to problems not yet manifested. We can begin to gather information without creating a federal case out of drafting up blueprints. Its development may involve taking risks and action on our part, but they do not have to be tackled in one day. It is okay to do a little bit and then rest. We can achieve our dreams one step at a time and complete something that was once too enormous to even conceive. Today's prayer is, Lord, help me to stay out of fear and just do it. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. We stay in the fight. We focus on Jesus. We live one day at a time, and together we can do this thing. God bless you, and I will see you soon.